Hi everyone, this is Rafa Gonzalez, and I'm bringing the devotional for this morning. And the lectionary for this week, for today, is Philippians 4. And in particular, I'm picking a verse that's very common for everybody. Most people have heard of this. It's Philippians 4:13. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. Or in Spanish, todo lo puedo en Cristo que me fortalece. So this verse has been with me since I was a teenager and has been one of those that as I've grown and changed, I've changed the way I understand it. And of course, when you read this the first time, it's like, well, I can do everything. So when I was a teenager, it's like I can do anything because Christ gives me strength. And as I've grown older, I realized, if the floor was lava, I'm not gonna jump into the floor and die saying Philippians 4:13. I can do all things to Christ who gives me strength. But I've grown to see this verse in a different way. So this is at times when I have exhausted all my skills, all my tools, and I realize that I don't have anywhere to go, and been in quarantine for too long, or I've been struggling with this for too long. I really cannot face this alone anymore. I just need to open the door for Christ to speak into this. Now, hopefully, we're not going to wait until the last resource, but imagine times where you are, I cannot deal with this anymore. I've been struggling with this for so long. And being able to just gain that hope or extra strength from Christ. This is going to be a little extra stretch to the verse, but as I was thinking this week about this and listening to our sermon series, something that came up was 1 Corinthians 12, verse 27. I'm reading from the Living Translation. All of you together are Christ's body, and each of you is a part of it. So putting this in the context of I can do all things through Christ, and we are all the body of Christ. So then is when I am at the point where I cannot deal with this anymore, who is the body of Christ that I can turn to for support, for help, to reach out? And then on the other end is how we, as the body of Christ, we're all different. We all have different gifts, different ways of doing things. How can we be available and reach out to those that we see that they need to have the presence of the body of Christ? How can we bridge the gap in that way? And like everyone in their own way, their own gifts, reaching out, knowing that, today I may be the only tangible representation of Christ to this person over there that is different than me, that may look or speak differently. And how can we do that? So I just want to spend just a few seconds for you to even think or write down what are some of those things that are unique to you, that make you a unique part of the body of Christ, and how you think God could use those things, or how could you be the body of Christ for anyone today, using any of this uniqueness, skills or ability, or anything that may make you different, but at the same time may be a source of strength to you and to the other person who may be needing to hear that we can do all things to Christ who gives me strength. And that Christ, or that representation of Christ today, could be you. Just food for thought. You guys have a good day.